Hey guys, my name's Sean Stone, 20-year world explorer. This is 5 travel tips you might want to know when bouncing around the world, especially if you're a budget to semi-budget traveler. Tip number 1, you need to know when you're doing your laundry, especially in developing nations, they don't give a about your laundry. You will go to get your laundry and get your laundry back and find that they made holes in your travel towel all over the place, and then go back there and show them and they'll look at you like you have 3 heads. Happened to me in Nicaragua. You will go there, get your clothes, go back home, realize there's a shirt missing. Happened to me in Thailand. You will go there and find out that they took a black magic marker, okay, black magic marker, wrote on the back of your shirt to identify with your initials on the back of your shirt. Happened to me in India. They might even lose all your clothes. Happened to me in Cambodia. I got those clothes back. The point is, when you're traveling around the world, you need to know your clothes may disappear, okay? So you got a couple options. 1, don't bring stuff that you can't stand to lose with you. Number 2, if there's something you really want to keep, you do not want it to get ruined, you need to wash it yourself. I'm walking uphill right now. It's a workout. Number 3, when you give them your clothes, anytime you're going to give people your clothes, especially when it's a place that you've never been before, but even if it's places that you've actually given your clothes to people multiple times, take a photo of all your clothes before you give it to them. That way you have a record of it, because I can't tell you how many times I have had to go back to the place after realizing they didn't give me a shirt or my shorts or whatever it was. I went back to the place, I showed them the photo, and then they're like, oh, there it is. And my shirt was in somebody else's pile. Yes, every time I give my clothes over, I take a photo of it before I give it to them. It's easy to do, and I'm telling you right now, I lost count of how many times it's helped me to find items that were missing. Tip number 2, when you're traveling around the world, when you're seeing borders and fences like this, if you see something like that that says private property, yes, it's in Spanish, but you know what it means, dude. There's a freaking gate there, there's a thing there. Don't go in there, man. Don't do it. I'm telling you right now, don't do it. When you're traveling around the world and you see these fences or kind of like borders, things like that, it's not worth it, man. I mean, you can try, you can take your chances and go, but a lot of things could happen that you don't want to happen. Somebody could pull out a gun and shoot you, you know, or there could be some stuff going on behind there that's not safe, you know, and you don't know what it is, and you could really get messed up. I remember one time when I was in Taiwan, and a buddy of mine that's lived there for 25 years, you know, he took me to a place called Tairoko Gorge, and it's an amazing place. You should all check it out. It's really amazing. But he knew of these other paths that people don't go to, these places that are off limits, that are actually like, you know, kind of like boarded up and stuff. Like, they're like, don't go this way, you know, there's all these signs, don't go this way. We went that way. It was really cool. It was awesome. Like, it was cool because there was no tourists at all. It was just me, him, and his dog. And we were cruising through there, and it's just like, it's really, really beautiful, and it was really neat to see. But guess what? Like, 1 week after I left there, there was a lady and her kid that were in the same exact place that we were. Guess what happened? Boom, the whole thing fell down and killed them. It could have been me, you know? There's so many examples where there's borders and fences, things like that. You'll see as you go, you know, and it's just not worth it. Just, if you see that, don't go, dude. Just go another way, man. It's so much easier, and you'll save yourself from some situation that you don't want to be in. Here's another good one that's so easy to do, and it can make your life a lot easier. Always, always, always have 2 credit cards and 2 bank cards when you're bouncing around the world. Always. Why? Because you never know when you're going to go to use the ATM and the ATM machine is going to eat your card. You never know when the strip reader on your card is going to go bad. You never know when you may lose your wallet or that card. You never know when somebody may steal the card, you know, or steal your wallet. There's a lot of scenarios where your credit card, your bank card could go missing. And if you have 2 of each, you can stash them in different places, and that way if something happens to one, you'll still have another one. I have seen all these scenarios happen as I've been traveling around the world. If you have the cards with you and you stash them in different places, it's just going to help you to prevent an uncomfortable situation for a couple days or possibly more. I've had to bail people out that lost their card. I've seen other people bail people out that lost cards. have 2 cards with you, 2 credit cards and 2 bank cards with you at all times, and you're just gonna make your life easier. And it's free, it doesn't cost anything to do that, you know? So it's like a no-brainer. Next tip, hide your stuff when you leave your room, okay? If somebody goes in your room and they want to steal your stuff, you know, if it happens, you know, if your stuff is not showing, there's a lot less chance it's going to get taken. Or there's a lot less chance, you know, somebody may come into your room, like whatever, it could be staff, it could be somebody else cleaning or whatever it is. If you got all your stuff laid out everywhere, your computer, your camera, your phone, all these things just laying around and you're not around, even if they don't take your stuff at that point, they may see your stuff and later on come back with some other people. Depends where you are around the world, you know, but it's a no-brainer to just put your stuff away. When you're leaving your room, whether it's a hostel and you're in a shared dorm or you have your own room, like your laptop, you know, iPad, things like that, don't leave it out, dude. It's so easy to just put it away. Put it under a pillow. Put it in a backpack, put it in a, you know, in the drawer or something. Just put it away somewhere, because it's just going to help you to have less chance of somebody stealing your stuff. I think of one time right now when I was in Costa Rica, and I was staying in a hostel at the time. That was years ago. It was a shared dorm room. There were 6 beds in that dorm room, and at night somebody literally crawled in the window. It was an open air window. Somebody crawled in the window and stole 4 people's stuff. You know, they stole cameras, computers, all kinds of stuff. My stuff did not get even touched because I had it, number 1, black backpacks, I always have, but number 2, I had all my stuff put away and it was like stashed under the bed, you know, so like the people probably didn't even see it because it was nighttime, number 1. So, you know, and number 2, it was just stashed away under the bed. It would have been harder for them to get to it. So remember this, guys, it will help you. It'll prevent possibly your stuff getting taken, and that would suck. You know, I've seen people lose their computers, their phones, things like that. Did they survive? Yes. But did it suck? Hell yeah. It definitely sucked for them. You know, even if you have travel insurance and you can replace the stuff, like you may lose valuable information that's on it. You're going to lose travel time, and it's just going to be a pain in your butt. So just do that. It will help you out. Here's a tip regarding what time of year to go to places, okay? Every place has a different low season and high season, and it's good to find out when those are. And yes, going in low season is hands down the way to go if you can at all, because there's a lot of things you wouldn't even consider that is the reason why you should go in low season. But it's not just low season. Don't go right at the beginning of low season. If you go at the beginning of low season, you're probably not going to find the same deals, because high season just happened, and a lot of these places, they just got all this money, man, from high season, and they just want to rest. They just want to chill. They couldn't care less if you're there. So if you go there and you try to negotiate deals, and they're just like, get out of here, dude. I got all this money. I'm chilling. But when it gets towards like middle of low season, end of low season, now you got a chance to get some sick deals, because these people have not gotten as much business for the past month and a half, and now they're starting to hurt for money, and you can get a lot better deals. And the other thing about low season is, when you go in low season, it's not just deals on where you're staying. It's deals on, you know, any kind of excursions you want to take, even on rental cars, on anything that you want to get, you know, the taxis, any deals that you want to make. You're going to find better deals in the middle to end of low season. And the other thing you're going to find is a lot less waiting, a lot less lines. Like when you go to the restaurant, you're not going to have to wait in line as much. You know, there's going to be more available, most likely, you know, yeah, you're going to get more of a local experience too, because there's not going to be as many tourists around, so you're actually going to get more of a local feel. One thing to consider is you do have to kind of like try to like do a little research to find out how the place is in low season, because some places actually sort of shut down. You know, right now I'm thinking about Khao Lak in Thailand, in Phuket. Khao Lak is a spot like two hours north of where everybody normally is. And it's way more, you know, beautiful, peaceful nature. It's beautiful up there. But when we went up there, it was actually dead, like dead. You know, there was like a lot of things were not even open. I mean, you could still get by though. Like there was still enough food places to eat at. There was still places that you could stay at. And it actually was a great experience because it was so quiet. But you need to be aware of that when you're going in super low season, because some places just literally shut down. You can find that out by doing a very little bit of research on the internet. You'll be able to find out exactly what you need to know regarding that. So just something to consider. You can also find better, you'll find better options of places to stay, especially if you're looking to stay long term. If you're looking for monthly rates and things like that, you're going to get a much better deal. There's going to be a lot more available, and usually you can lock in that rate and they'll just let you keep that rate all the way through, except maybe in the highest part of the high season, so it can really help you to get a better spot too. So here's one you may not consider that is so basic, but this could literally save you $1,000 or more in a single year of traveling, okay? This jug right here, I get these always. Anytime I'm going to a place and I'm gonna be there for like a week, 2 weeks, a month, a week is questionable, but even a week, like if you're able to get a jug like this is what happens, okay? How much do you think that is right there? How much do you think that costs in a lot of these developing nations where you can get that, okay? Where I'm at right now, that costs $1.50 for that whole freaking thing. $1.50. Guess how much this costs if I go down to the town and try and buy this 1 liter? $2, okay? Look at the difference, okay? $1.50, $2, okay? That's actually 20 liters. That's 20 of those, right? So I actually drink about one of those a week. I drink about 3 liters a day, which is it's a lot of water, but it's really good for you. If you do the math on that, you do the math on that, 20 of those. Let's even say it's $1.50 for that, not $2. Okay, that's $30 per week in water. That's $120 a month that I would have to spend on water if I'm buying things like that, instead of being able to buy something like this. Can you imagine that? $120 a month instead of $6 a month is what I spend basically on this. Even if you let's say you drink 2 of those, right? So let's just say that it's, you have to drink 14 of those in a week. That would be 2 a day. So there's 14 of those, right? And it's $1, it's, you're spending $3 a day times 7 days. It's costing you $21 a week. Right? It's costing me $1.50. So, I'm telling you right now, this is such a basic thing, but anytime you have the ability to buy like a much bigger jug, buy it. Keep it in your room. Even if it's the the 1 gallon or the 2 liter, 3 liter bottle or whatever. With the biggest bottle that you can bring, if you're going to be somewhere for like 3-4 days, go to the convenience store that's very close to your place. Or bring it from the main shopping store. Buy a big one, bring it, keep it in your room. It can literally save you hundreds and even over $1,000 a year of traveling. It can literally save you hundreds of dollars, $100 a month, or $50 a month, or $30 a month when you're traveling. This is just one tiny tip. When you start adding up these different things that you can save on, you're literally saving hundreds and even thousands of dollars every month while you're traveling. Boom. Check out this pimp spot. Might as well tell you about this spot I'm in. Check it out, dude. Ecuador. You've probably already seen it 15 times already. But look at this, dude. How epic is this spot? I've been chilling up in here the past 3.5 months now, actually. It's pretty crazy. Like when I first came here, I wasn't even sure if I was going to stay because of a couple things, but I sure am glad I did, dude. If you like these simple tips, click the link. Check out my new book called Globe Hopping. A lot of travelers are already getting back to me, telling me they're getting a lot of value from it. This thing is loaded with tips that can help you as you're bouncing around the world to save hundreds and thousands of dollars, save tons of your travel time, and just have a better experience on your trip, get your money's worth, things like that. So click the link, check it out. This is Sean Stone, Globe Hopping, 20-year world explorer. Let me help you as you're bouncing around the world. What you waiting for? Click that link. Go get your book. Go get your book.